Brilliant. Well, it's been good to see you because you've been here a few times now, haven't you?
Yep.
What do you like about that though? What's something special for you?
Well, the big thing for us is that it was the first time we ever came to the UK.
All right, was it?
So it was a last-minute edition about 5 years ago, I think, and. We didn't know we were coming until like a week before. It was our first time bringing the band over to the UK. We had to play the second stage at like 12:30 or something like that and introduce the band. And it was it kind of gave us the momentum to come back and like tour and get things really going over here.
I mean, at the moment it's quite a busy time for you, isn't it? With Evolution out, you've got your album coming out in September.
Yeah,
so you're finding it's suddenly got all a bit hectic again.
It's just starting to ramp up. This weekend is kind of the announced time, and we're starting to feel the buzz of the new one coming. But so far we've been pretty quiet at home, so we're kind of looking forward to this kind of craziness.
You've got quite a few tour dates lined up, haven't you? A few global ones, haven't you? You're Spain, is it? You're off to Spain?
Yeah, that's right. The Blackstone tour is announced.
So that's right, yeah.
That's the only real tour that we have announced so far. Other ones are starting to pop up, but nothing official yet. But that's what we're expecting. As soon as the album's out, we're ready to go. And hopefully we spend as much time over here as we can. We love it.
Yeah, you like UK, do you?
Absolutely.
You mentioned Blackstone Cherry though, because do you know the band well? Because obviously you tour with them, you tour with them. You quite good.
We did a handful of shows with them in America a couple years back. We know them well because we get comparisons to them a lot, and they're also a North American band that kind of fuses rock and blues together. So it's a really good matchup as far as the tour is concerned, and just having that little bit of familiarity in that we've toured together before and everyone gets along, and it's a good match.
Going back to the new album, what can fans expect? Is there going to be a different sound to it, or is there going to give us surprises that perhaps we weren't expecting?
Maybe a little bit.
I think the first single was a bit of a surprise for a lot of people. There's a little bit more of a modern vibe on it, but we also just dropped another new song today that's a lot more similar to our older record. So I think it kind of shows the dynamic nature of the record and the fact that we are trying new things, but at the same time there's still lots of familiarity there for fans that have been fans of the other records.
I think you have to though, don't you? You've got to change the sound slightly, otherwise it's the same album every year. Kind
of, and I think it's more. I think we found it's more beneficial to do that by changing it a lot on a couple songs as opposed to like trying to ratchet the whole album in a different direction, so that you don't do too much, but that when you do it, you're doing it all the way. So.
You don't want to scare away the hardcore fans by totally changing your sound.
Yeah, well, they had a couple of them had a little bit of a freak out, thinking like this modern sound on the first single is going to be across the whole album, and it's not. And I guess I kind of understand that fear for people that are like just don't want any change at all. If your favorite band's AC/DC, then and you're gonna buy 14 albums of the same songs, which I love AC/DC, and I did do that, but at the same time that's not really the kind of band that we are, and it's not really what we're gonna be doing, I think. But we don't go nuts. There's lots of bands that go too far, and there's lots of bands that don't do enough, and I feel like we're trying to strike that.
It's the real balance of that, isn't it? You've got to change your sound slightly, but you've got to keep true to your roots and what you want.
I mean, it's also fun for us as a band, like to try new things. I mean, like sure we're changing. I know personally, I'm using the same gear. I'm just doing a couple of fun new things with it that makes it exciting to play.
For him,
just going off a bit, is there any sort of venues you haven't played yet that you'd like to, or countries you'd like to?
South America. Japan, Russia. Are all the big ones.
More Eastern Europe.
Give that a go.
We were there with Deep Purple about a year ago, and we were blown away just like the amount of people coming out, and then also the lack of rock bands that go to the rest of Europe but never go there. And we're like, look at these audiences. Let's try to make an effort to go.
There's a lot of untapped fans in here. So.
So it's a dream as of right now, but we want to try to make it happen more if we can.
So I've got all these questions. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Sure, yeah. All right, and also in the UK, have you tried any of our delicacies here, as we say? You've tried black pudding? I don't know if you like that, if you heard about it.
Is that the one there's like blood in it or something like that? I tried it a few years back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've tried it since, but I can't say I dislike it.
We're big fans of Indian food.
Yeah.
And so you guys were, I guess, really on the tip of. It feels like I want to say North Americanizing it, but it's not North Americanizing it. It was British-cising it.
Westernizing.
And you guys really kind of like not only like exposed Indian food and Indian cuisine to the English-speaking world, but also kind of like made your own take on it that I think North America has really adopted a lot. So that's exciting for us. We always are able to find great Indian food over here, which we're huge fans of.
Well, of course, our favourite is chicken tikka masala. That's an actual
And I guess that was the misconception too, is that I thought a lot of these were traditional Indian dishes, but they aren't. They were Indian dishes that got skewed over, and that is kind of a neat way to think about it, because that's really kind of bringing the best of both worlds into something, which is, I mean, the essence of any great cuisine.
And coming back to download then, so obviously you're on tomorrow. Are there any other bands you're looking forward to seeing?
I'm missing my favorite, which is the Hives on Sunday night.
All right.
Yeah, and Baroness. It's two bands I would have absolutely loved to see. I would have been seeing the Hives for the second time. I would have been seeing Baroness for the first time. We have to leave and fly home on Sunday morning. So it's just the nature of a festival like this. You're almost guaranteed to miss everything that you want to see, either doing press, playing your own show, or having to leave to go continue the tour or go home. So
that's the hard bit about the tour.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you love going on stage with. You prefer the stage or the studio?
I prefer the studio personally. Yeah, I really enjoy working on the albums and recording the records, and I mean, it's always fun to bring it on tour and then finally unleash the album for the fans and be on the road, but I'm preferable to being at home and working on new songs.
To be honest, I like all of it. It's kind of, all of it is what I kind of fell in love with about the job aspect of it. So I love to travel too. I love to be in new places and go and see the culture in it, because home to me, I'm bored with the culture of home, so any experience of getting out of that, which tour does for me, I really relish that. But yeah, working on songs is pretty exciting. I mean, my spare time at home I have a little home studio that I don't even do anything actually. I just mess around because I love to do it. It's a fun hobby.
It's a great job to have that. It's actually your role to do it.
Absolutely. I don't know, maybe my life has just made me like both of them, but I really do. I love all of it.
I promise, if you don't like it, it's just going to become a chore.
Yes.
Well, and the other thing is that we've afforded ourselves the ability to have great spaces to work on music.
Yeah.
It's not as much of a struggle to we can be loud. We have studios. We have gear. We have all the things that we've always wanted as a means to work on the music, and that is kind of a treat in itself. And remembering when you were like a teenager, or like slightly after that, and not even having the space or the gear to do what you wanted, and now we don't have that problem. So it's a lot of fun.
Do you miss the old days a bit though?
No. I've got fond memories of it, and
it's the past.
I have fond memories, and I miss the old days where I used to be able to drink all the time and as much as I wanted, and then feel awesome the next day.
That's just age.
Yeah. So now I've got to do a lot more work to maintain, the sense of quality of life, whether it's working out or eating better or not drinking as much. So that's a little bit of a downturn, but it's you can't complain too much if you got your health and you got your band. You get nothing to really complain about there.
Yeah.